You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So Masa and the guy who beat Kamikaze.
The DDD god himself in the flesh.
Emrecik.
Oh my god, he's so good.
So Masa had ulterior motives when he was telling Miles to go Diddy Kong again, because then he gets to play this game. So this is not fun for DDD.
I can imagine.
That's me.
Yeah, why not just stand back, throw projectiles, and take advantage of what space you have left? He's got all this space he can leverage with like bombs, boomerang, and Toon Link also has a better Zair now, which can more reliably link into a variety of things. Or so I've heard. I'm not fully aware to the extent he can combo more stuff in. I just know that it's something that exists, and that it's going to have various applications just by virtue of it giving you more options altogether. Yeah, he's just covering those options, and there's really nothing he could do there. Because the only way he could, like, his only option was to guess when he was coming up with up B and then just cover it with the get-up attack. He can literally just on reaction just up B, and he's just dead regardless.
Yeah.
He's kept it close, though, even with that. This matchup looks pretty hard for Toon Link, though. Or DDD, my mistake.
I was going to say, yeah.
I'm tired. Long day.
Lots of games, lots of commentating. Yeah, DDD just loves to throw out those Gordos, and with every single projectile shooting it back in his face, it's really difficult to get on the links.
He probably has to become a lot more reliant on just hammer stuff in general.
Yeah,
and a lot of his longer range moves.
Mm-hmm.
He's not really going to be able to box with Toon Link because he's not going to get close enough in the first place.
Yeah. Man, that hook shot. Did Toon Link's hook shot get buffed as well, or just Young Link's?
I believe both, if I remember correctly. I think a lot of characters there has actually got better.
Yeah.
Like, that happened with Samus and Dark Samus as well.
But not Zero Suit, right?
I don't think so. Thank God. Hers was already amazing.
Yeah,
and then they just leveled up the others to be like that good too.
Yeah.
Or at least in the same ballpark. To where there's something resembling comparison.
It's close. Yeah, DDD really just needs to play mind games here. Like you know, with the 4 hops, he really just needs to. Oh, there he's gone. Dang.
Character's a lot more solid now. They made his kill power better, and then his neutral got a lot better with Zair being good again. At least, I swear, they made his Zair better.
Yeah.
I know they did some other things too. Like I think they made some of his kill moves a little bit stronger. Oh, and they made back air faster, so it more reliably links into itself.
Yep.
Which is a pretty big deal because it was kind of bad in neutral before, and now it's, well, probably a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
it's
God.
interesting. You switched it up to Hero.
He's probably feeling disrespectful, if I had to guess.
Yeah, honestly. So probably what DDD needs to do more than anything here is just bait like any sort of spell coming out and just eating it and shooting it right back at him.
Oh, yeah, he does have that reflector.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned that, I'm a little surprised he wasn't using it more last game.
I think Young Link or Toon Link is just too fast for that, right? Like, regardless of what projectile he shot back, it didn't really have the kill power.
Oh, my God.
Jesus, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what happens when this character is on screen.
Yeah. The unthinkable.
It's the blessing and the curse of playing this character.
Right.
Is that there's so much crazy stuff, but none of it's reliable for either player. So
yeah.
That's just the nature of the beast.
Oof. Good baiting at that Gordo.
Yeah, I don't think that combos into another up air, sadly. Like, you'll just get like one up air and then that's kind of it.
Yeah. He's going for really unsafe options with these jet hammers. Like, I get the pressure that it's supposed to bring, but, you know.
I think he's just feeling desperate. He lost game 1 pretty solidly,
Yeah.
and now he's down an entire stock again.
Goes for the whack. And he's going for the whack, too. Oh.
Yeah, he's just fishing for cheese at this point.
Yeah.
He's on stream.
He's got to make it hype, right? Ooh, man. Side B too strong. Honestly, so that's the other thing, right? Like, even if DDD wanted to suck and like reflect these side Bs, it's a disjoint, right? It's not considered a projectile. It's not reflectable. So he can't.
I think that's true with like the electric thing. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
It's the electric, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the fireball, yeah, you could definitely shoot that back, but
Bruh.
that's the fourth one he's fished for.
Yep.
I mean, if
He's
it's
trying to run away and do it again.
Yeah.
Yep, here it comes. He's doing it again.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't. Unfortunate. I was expecting a kamikaze finish there, honestly. Now he's got all the mana in the world. Oh, he didn't wait long enough.
Nope.
Dang.
Man. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Dang.
Ooh, Vendetta Jonestly's up next. That actually sounds like a pretty good match. I don't know what the record between these two is. I'd be willing to bet it's probably Vendetta's favor. I mean, I would assume it's Vendetta's favor just because, you know, he's higher ranked and all that, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to play Ken or Richter. He played Richter in our match and just bodied me so hard. It was very unfortunate.
I think it really just depends on the class of character, because when he plays zoners, he usually likes to play another zoner and just go Richter.
Yeah.
And then with like brawlers and or other kinds of characters, they usually do those other things instead. And rely more on just Ken. Because he basically co-mains the two at this point, but...
Yeah. You get a lot of like character coverage with those two options. For
Wait,
sure.
he's going Young Link? Interesting. I didn't know he had one.
I saw him play this one a little bit earlier, and as you would expect, it's pretty impressive, but in this matchup, I'm not sure how to work
Oh,
out.
hey, this is winter semis. That's neat.
Is it that time already?
I guess so. I assume the other half of winter semis is you and I, Masa? Okay. That makes sense. I mean, he's doing okay to his credit. Like, I was a little suspicious at first because, you know, like myself, he's not exactly a man that has played that many characters. Like, if I'm not going Falcon in tournament, you should probably be a little suspicious, and that's kind of how I feel about him not playing Ness. But this is going
the
pretty
power-
all right.
This is the
That's
power
it.
of those young Link buffs we were talking about.
Oh, wait. What?
Oh, wow. I don't...
I'm really surprised that killed, actually. It looks like he just thought he was alive, stopped DIing because he thought he was alive, but he hadn't fully stopped drifting yet, and then he died. That's like the only way I can interpret what just happened. Even still, he fell into a classic Belmont trap, is just catching you with holy water into imagination at the ledge. It's so good. There's good counterplay to it, like you can SDI effectively around it. You can also just wait it out and mix up your other options to make it hard for them to catch it. Right now, though, Vendetta's just turned it up a lot. Right now, he's just stuffing out everything.
Yeah, no options there.
Gaining a pretty solid lead.
Huh.
Got to get those combos, especially with like Young Link, a character who's very combo driven. It's kind of a big deal to not really get those going.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that, assuming this game continues the trend it's in now, that, yeah.
I gotta wonder, did he do that on purpose? Just like, let's just end this. Because it didn't look like he was fighting back to stage. Looked like he could have made it back, but he just... Boop.
Considering he was shaking his head on the webcam, maybe? That's certainly what it implies.
Get your head on straight. That's not over.
Really? That's an interesting choice.
3, 2, 1, go!
I know that Vendetta actually loves playing zoners with Belmont. I think they do pretty well against all of them, as far as I know. Although I don't know about this particular matchup. I'd feel like Pac-Man has more things he can set up than the Belmonts can. But at the same time, a lot of Pac-Man stuff being physical in nature means that a lot of his beefier attacks can probably like crack hydrants and other things pretty easily. Like that. Like a lot of their moves just do pretty good damage, which makes like breaking through like a lot of this stuff pretty realistic. But then Pac-Man will make up for that by just having greater zoning tools in general, and probably greater overall utility with how he can control space. The Belmonts are a little more linear, but they're also just better at what they do, I suppose. But Pac-Man's option coverage is what makes him, you know, a character that's doing pretty well at top level, and the Belmonts are more of a niche, like, counterpick character. As much as I love them and their design. This play is so solid right now.
Really, though. Okay. Well,
Jonestly almost got some really good damage there. It looked like there was just a very slight miscalculation, or
good
Vendetta put himself somewhere that he really wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
He almost had a really good edge guard because he had the read on the immediate ledge option. He was just a tiny misspaced back air away from getting a really nice early stock. And he's starting to bring it back a little bit, but he definitely wants to mitigate as much damage as possible. Make sure that he can limit the extra credit that Vendetta can get. Unfortunately for him, though, Vendetta's been playing pretty cleanly in general, and just making sure to force the issue as much as possible, and just continue to either force trades or just put himself in position where he's not going to die early. Because as long as he's not going to die early, they're going to continue to play a zone war, which is just always going to favor whoever has the lead.
Ooh. Oh, it disappears before you can use it against him now. And that's the stock. My goodness.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the Belmonts are one of those characters that they're a little more momentum driven than a lot of zoners because of how heavy a lot of their attacks are compared to, you know, most zoners being light and quick and hard to catch characters. And then they focus more on power and zoning. So it just makes it that much easier for them to just really expand leads.
Yeah. Because, you know, when you're down and behind, you're trying to catch up fast, and then they just wall you out and punish you over and over and over again.
He's doing such good damage.
Yeah.
Jonestly would have to play near perfect to bring it back at this point.
Yeah.
Which he's capable of doing, but it's definitely going to be quite a challenge.
Yeah. That, or, you know, getting some sort of Pac-Man gimp, which, you know, I'm not super familiar with the character, but if he can get some of those down air, like, combo chains going, or maybe, like, a good key kill, he could really swing back momentum, like you said.
That one tech chase was almost it, but Vendetta was smart to not try and
Even,
retreat back to center stage
Yeah.
and just take his little corner, work with it the best he can, and microspace until he has a better opportunity to get back on stage.
Ooh. Good air dodge there. Tried to read the up.
It's funny to watch the way he uses a lot of up B with Richter. It's actually very similar to how I see him use it with Ken.
Like Shuryu, yeah. Not as
Which
strong, but at
I
hyper
guess
sense it can kill.
It's like the same idea.
Right, exactly.
It just doesn't quite have the same reward to it.
Yeah. Makes you wonder if he could do something with Mega Man, too. Similar Shuryu mechanics and zoner play.
Right. Yeah, that's
Ooh,
it.
That's going to be it.
All right. Well, on that note, I have to get on stream because I'd play the other winner semis match.